So, is the Phalanx shield working as intended now? Oh yeah, yes it does. Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and in this vid we will be discussing the state of the game. I wanted to take a moment to talk about things are progressive with Aliens Fireteam Elite, and since they patched today, the 15th of September, I thought it was a good chance to get down to business and discuss what's happening and what the situation is right now. So, as you saw in my awesome opening clip, we have a much more viable class now in the name of Phalanx, of course. They made the Phalanx that much more beefy and viable with the small tweaks that they made. And there will be gameplay. Don't start crying and running off and saying that the vid is boring, little babies. There's gonna be gameplay, but for the time being I'm gonna read you the notes, so I want your undivided attention. Phalanx, increase the shield ability blocking angle, making it easier to block attacks from enemies that are not directly in front of the shield. That was the most important thing they had to do. We were discussing it in the previous state of the game vid, and they did it. This is awesome. Change the shield ability so that it no longer easily gets interrupted or being stumbled. Awesome as well. I got attacked by Xenos a couple of times from behind. I get the damage, of course, but I don't get stumbled. I don't lose my shield. This is huge. The gameplay will show that the Phalanx now is that much more powerful. Visual. Adjustment to the L59 minigun's muzzle flash, reducing its brightness to a level similar to the smart gun. That was needed if you're epileptic and you have a sensitivity to such things. UI. Fix for instances where the spectator and abandon mission options fails to display. Okay, that's something. Fix to some instance of achievement not being granted upon collecting an item. This also includes to all my personal friends. This is for the 30 guns. Supposedly they fixed it. If that doesn't pop right now, I suppose it will be retroactively activated when you max one additional gun. So give that a go, guys. It will probably be fine. General fixes. Fix for an issue where the delayed recovery challenge card could interfere with ability recharge speeds in unintended ways, so it works as intended now. Fix for an issue that could prevent some doors from opening for console players during a mission. Like that needed almost half a month to be fixed, for fuck's sakes. You would have to abandon mission because of that, wait for your teammates to approach the door message that never went away, and you'd be pretty much screwed. For the PlayStation version, we have additional info on the dashboard right now, telling us which version of the game we're running. And fix an issue where the spectator abandon button may not appear in two-player co-op missions. Very, very nice. So now we're gonna roll some gameplay and discuss what was not fixed.
Master, you seeing this?
So as you probably noticed, there is no mention of anything related to matchmaking in those patch notes. The thing that the dev seems to be unable to grasp is that people cannot find other people to play with. That's the main issue with the game right now. You either cannot queue with anyone, or you can queue up with someone and the game will either get stuck to loading, crash altogether whilst loading, load you back to the Endeavor so you're not actually playing, and many other shenanigans related to just having to deal with alpha and beta. A shooter like this, a game like this, lives and dies by its ability to play with other people. It's a horde shooter, for fuck's sakes. This for me is the biggest, most constant issue with Aliens. If you cannot find people to play with, and I've not had a problem playing with other people because due to the channel's existence and your awesomeness and my friends, I always have someone to play with. But the few times where I just wanted to go in and experience some gameplay with others, I either had to cope with the AI or I would get matched with people way lower than the intended difficulty setting, or just people who just are so anxious about getting their trophies that they go in higher settings without any build, without any idea about what they're doing, and they just hope to be carried. This is not a viable practice to get stuff done, people. This is a game that's smarter than it looks. It takes more coordination than you would probably suggest at first glance. Second issue is all the glitching in game. Sound cuts off. You get constant stuttering. The frame rate is very unstable. Sometimes you keep hearing the same firing sound for half an hour after a battle is done. All these things point to low production values. It's one thing to have zero lip sync to save money whilst making the game. It's another story entirely for the game to keep crackling up like that. Everything that is in the game should be working as intended. The sound, for fuck's sake, should be working as intending. This is not something that's like icing on the cake. It's the basic functions. It's like we couldn't see what's in front of us because everything is pink. This, for some reason, is still eluding the devs. Next, there is no universal numbering system when it comes to the stats. If you have 80 accuracy and you get a bonus of 30% from a mod or an attachment, you get up to 85. That's not 30% in any universe. It doesn't work like that. This is not the math. Apart from that, when you get attachments or mods on your gun that seem to increase your capacity by a specific amount, the numbers get rounded down. If your menu shows that your auto shotgun gets to 10 shells if you use a specific mod, you will have 9 shells and you will be scratching your head wondering what the hell happens. Actually, a viewer pointed this up to me at some point, and I was like, dude, I'm making the guide with the intention of it to be usable long term. I will not be making a guide every time a new version of the game rolls out. Well, as it seems, they're taking their sweet time with it. Another issue has to deal with enemy behavior, especially prowlers. Guys, I've seen it 1,000 times. Prowler will initiate his lunge attack. You will be behind a wall by that time and you still get grappled, and no, it is not lag. You can even see it happen in private games with the bots that don't include any matchmaking you're playing locally. If we are to strategize and play carefully and use our evasive rolls, that are just 3 of them by the way, to make the game more constrained, these 3 rolls have to produce results, not just jump in a cool fashion only to be grappled by the damned shits again as if you didn't even try to roll or anything like that. People have been reporting other stuff as well that never happened to me, like you will not be able to ADS mid-game. Okay, that's a reported issue. You will have to play from the hip for an entire mission. That's fine if you're just running dailies on intense, but it can be a huge issue if you try to clear harder content. As for matchmaking itself, apart from all the issues, it's sorely lacking the ability to just queue up for any mission on a specific difficulty setting. Just go in and play with random people, one random mission, for fuck's sake. How difficult is it? Every single online game queues you up in some random map. If you're playing PvP, for example, you say, I want to play some team versus team or control in Destiny, for example. You queue up with other people, you don't even choose the map, you don't choose anything, you just choose what you're gonna do. Well, I wanna play a game to shoot stuff with a handgun today, to get my daily done. Put me in a dumb game, let me shoot some stuff. I don't have to be looking for a specific mission, queuing up again and again every time the timer rolls down and I just get matched up with alpha and beta. Not that there is anything wrong with alpha and beta, like I find them very likable as far as AI goes and they can be pretty effective, but come on guys. Like, playing with AI this game is like playing Age of Empires against the computer. And I know you've done it, and I've done it too, a million times, because internet back then was non-existent. Okay, so these are some major issues that the game still has. It's not the end of the world if you cannot get a trophy for 30 upgraded guns in the second week of the game. Those are stupid priorities when it comes to the developer. We have to have a functional game. If the game is not functional, it will die before it gets fixed. Cold iron if you're listening, guys. If the game dies early, there will be no more season passes sold, there will be no more cosmetic passes bought. This metric shows on every platform, including this very channel. People are leaving the game. And it's a damn shame because the foundations are great. It's illogical for a game like this, for a game that looks like this, to be running 15 FPS on a PS5 and Xbox Series X. Or even PCs running the 2K series from Nvidia, for example. Optimize, fix stuff, fix the important stuff, make it playable, make it consistent when it comes to functionality. We don't care about the minigun's muzzle flash. No one's using the minigun because it's shit. You rolled it out, it was shit, we forgot it existed. Focus on what works first, guys. The product must be usable. Okay, so these are pretty much my top complaints about the game, and I started this video with the positives. The gameplay from now on will have no commentary, it's just cool stuff with the new phalanx that I tend to enjoy today. It's gotten much better, I really appreciate that. I'm making more content every day, guys, at least 2 modding guides in addition to the rest of the content. Also started a Discord for you, so you will be able to find some people to play with. You can find the Discord in the description below. I will continue to cover everything in the game, even if I'm the last person on earth playing it. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers! Up.
Watch your ass! Dino! Mausoleum.
Preliminary ESR dating suggests the ruins predate human spaceflight by 3 millennia.
Hijo de puta, who made this? Synth power sources. Get to cover!
Listen.
Yes, we got attacked by company synths. Can you shut them down?
Only an executive could override.
Rodriguez, we're seeing synths fighting Xenos.
Xenomorphs don't attack synthetics. Not unless they are attacked. I'd stay clear.
Rodriguez, you still with us?
Of course. We're quite safe. How's your team?
No worries, ma'am. What don't kill us just pisses us off more. Defense line! Watch the sniper! Watch the overhead. They're reinforcing.
Patching up.
Rodriguez, the synths put a lockdown on the door to you.
Grabbing ammo.
Standard security protocol.
8 kids here.
The further non-employees infiltrate, the more violent their response will become.
Yeah, well, fuck those guys. Fireteam, spike the terminal. Esther, hack it.
Another quantum cipher. I will need Mother's aid. It may take time.
Xenos! All the shooting, piss them off! More sins! Hold until Esther and Mother finish. Another damn sniper!
Marines, don't risk your lives. We're secure here.
Ain't over till it's over, Rodriguez. Sit tight. the gunfire!
Door lock cipher is unusually
Patching up.
sophisticated. The Wayland synthetics should not be capable of this. Excuse me. I have unlocked the door.
Rally up, Fireteam. Nice work, Esther. Esther, seal the door behind them. Catch your breath, Fireteam.